This video is to introduce Parent Portal for the parents and guardians of students of Colton Joint Unified School District. So what is Parent Portal? At the start of the school year, site staff enroll and schedule students into our student information system, which lives in the cloud. It's called Q. Then, throughout the year, teachers and staff update student records with attendance information, behavior information. Secondary teachers enter assignment information and report card marks, and more. So Q created Parent Portal, where parents can log into this portal and see all of the information that's being entered for their students in real time. To log into Parent Portal, parents simply need to open up a web browser such as Chrome, and then navigate to the CJUSD website, which is www.cjusd.net. Then, by clicking on the Q to the right side of the photo gallery, parents will then approach a site that will give them two options. Here you'll see the option of Student Portal, which is geared toward middle and high school students, and Parent Portal for all CJUSD parents and guardians. Click on the Parent Portal icon. You are now at the login screen. Now you may be wondering what your username and password is. The first time you log in, you'll receive an email that will walk you through the process of setting up your password. After that first time, this is what it'll look like for you to enter in your parent ID, which is a series of numbers, and the password that you've set up. But the first time you log in, you'll see a screen like this after you get the email with a link, and it will ask you to enter in your parent email address, which we have on file for you. That's how you got the email, and a new password. The password has to be at least 8 characters, one of those characters being a non-alpha character, and one of the characters being an uppercase character. Once you've created that password, you can click Submit. Just try to remember that PIN number that was also on that screen. That's going to help you log in. You're now logged in. One big difference between Student Portal and Parent Portal is that Student Portal only gave students access to their own information, and it was only for middle and high school students. Parent Portal will give a parent access to view all of their students in one account, and this is for elementary and high school and middle school students. So the parent can click on that student that they want to view more information for and see various information. They can see their student's name, the grade level, the school they're attending, the school year that you're looking at, and the teacher and the counselor for that student. You can see that all in the banner. On the left-hand side, we have bands. Those bands give us even more information. So we're going to walk through a few of these. The first one is demographics. Demographics gives parents information to that student's general demographic information, such as birthplace and address, that sort of thing. Enrollment gives parents access to see that student's past enrollment within Colton Joint Unified School District, the years or dates that they were enrolled there, and the teacher and counselor. The contacts bands give parents access to see who is listed as primary contacts and emergency contacts, and also lists the other students in the household. When clicking on the page to the left of a contact, you can see the parent, more information about that parent, including the home address, the language, and when you last logged in and how often you've logged in. Another band is the attendance band. There's the attendance summary by reason section, the attendance summary by class section, and the attendance detail. For the summary by reason, you can see a list of attendance codes and the number of periods that a student has been set with that attendance reason. So in this case, that student has 5 unverified absences. The attendance summary by class lists the classes and the number of tardies, excused, and unexcused instances per class. And then the attendance detail lists every single instance of an attendance code other than present for that student. The behavior band will list all of the behavior instances that your student has on file. It'll tell you the date of the behavior instance, the ed code violation, and what penalty that student received. Make sure to click that Show All button that you see with the red check mark if you don't see all of your students' information. Otherwise, you'll only be looking at the current school year, and that might not give you a thorough understanding of what's on file for that student. The schedule section will give you a view of all of the courses your student is enrolled in. Just keep in mind, for secondaries, you may see a couple instances of period 1, a couple instances of period 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. This is because you might need to notice if we're looking at semester 1, semester 2, or a school year, a year-long class. It'll list the course, the teacher, and the dates in which your student will be in that class. You can also click on any of the teacher names, by the way, and you can send them an email when you see that there's a hyperlink. And now, marks. Just so parents know, elementary schools and middle and high schools use 2 different grading scales for the end of term grades at the end of the semester or any grading period. Elementaries use a 4-3-2-1 grading scale where 4 is great and 1 is not great, while middle and high schools use an A-B-C-D where A is great and F is not great. The progress grading scales are the same for elementary schools, but for middle and high schools, they use a 1-2-3-4 grading scale, where 1 is great and a 4 is not great. So when a parent looks at Parent Portal, they can see all the different terms and see the academic grade that was given for each course that term. You'll notice again, secondaries, middle and high schoolers will show the progress, have a progress grading scale of 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1 being great and 4 being not doing well. Also, parents are able to download their students' report card by clicking on the hyperlinks in the banner for each term. They can download the report card that was sent home. The GPA band is for middle and high school students only. You'll notice a list of grade levels and the various GPA types as they were calculated during that grade level year. Parents will be able to see the cumulative GPA as it stands for that GPA type at that grade level. To understand this better, parents should talk to their students' counselors. They can explain this much better than a video can. Now, grad requirements. Again, also for high school students only. There are 2 different types. There's the by subject and at the bottom by UC CSU requirement. You'll notice the list of credits that are required, a list of credits your student has actually earned, and the number that they are short. And then a check mark will appear at the very end if the requirement has been met. Testing. This section is for any tests that middle and high school students need to pass in order to move forward academically. Transcript. Transcript is also for middle and high school students only, and parents will see a list of courses by subject in order of school year in which that course was taken, the grade level that student was in at the time, and the academic term, semester 1, semester 2, or summer school, or secondary all year long course. They'll also be able to see the grade that the student earned and the number of credits that student earned for taking that class. Again, this is only for secondary students, and these grades will be what will appear on the student's transcript once they graduate. Assignments. The assignment section is for middle and high school students only, and this section will list the courses your student is taking, as well as the period that the student is taking that course. And below each period, you'll notice the current semester grade as it stands so far. Below that, you'll notice all the assignments that have been entered into the teacher's gradebook so far that make up that grade. This section is pretty important for middle and high school parents. If you have any questions regarding whether assignments have been completely entered or if it just doesn't seem right, you should talk to your student's teacher who can tell you what's going on as far as assignments are concerned. So that's it for all the bands. You'll notice that I have closed all of the different sections. But if, for example, I wanted to print the demographic section for this student, if I press print info at the bottom of the list there, I'm going to get a window that's letting me know that I have no sections selected to print. So I'm going to close this window and now open up the demographic section in my Parent Portal account here. And now press print info, and it's going to give me a preview of what I'm going to print. This is to show you that you have to open up that band and then press print info to be able to click on the print icon in this window and print this page. And that takes us to email notifications. Email notifications is a section in Parent Portal at the top in the banner where a parent can opt in or out of receiving email notifications when there are changes to their students' records as far as attendance, assignments, report cards, and behavior. This is one of the few times where a parent or guardian will see all of their students listed there, and they can select whether they want to receive email notifications or not for any of those areas. A parent may also click on My Information when the window's open if the school site is receiving digital updates to the emergency card information. A parent can go in and update their contact information by clicking Edit and updating their contact information and clicking Submit. Then the school site would update the student record. This is only available when the window's open, and the school site will let you know when that is. And then you can just click log out and you are logged out of Parent Portal. This has been a brief overview of the features in Parent Portal. Any questions or concerns can be directed to your school's front office.